Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my March TBR. So in today's video we are going to be letting a TBR prompt wheel choose the books that we read in the month of March. So honestly, I'm starting these videos on my channel because the amount of books on my physical TBR right now is really overwhelming, and so I think that setting certain books aside to read each month is really going to help me knock this number down. So we're doing it for March, and I'm actually really excited. I haven't had a set monthly TBR in a very long time, so I am just so excited. So let's pull up. I made a little wheel last night. I have 21 prompts in here. I made it green because I don't know about you guys, but green equals March, so March equals green, so we're doing green. So I have, like I said, I have 21 prompts, so we're gonna probably pick 6 books because I already have 2 that I'm going to be reading for other videos. So we're going to pick 6, and then I think that that'll be a good number. I think that 6 is a good number, especially since I already have 2 other books on my mind, on my radar. So without further ado, we're going to start screen recording and then we can do our first spin. Our first prompt is... okay, a 3-word title. I'm gonna go ahead and pull down all of the books that are 3-word titles, and then we can go through them and pick our one. So we're actually only going to pull these 5 down from my physical TBR because I'm already having trouble deciding through these, and I have so many other books that have 3-word titles on my TBR. So we're just gonna go through these 5 real quick, and honestly I'm already struggling with which one I'm gonna pick because I want to read all of these like right now. So first we have The Wedding People, and literally I know I'm gonna love that. Wild Dark Shore. I've been wanting to read this for so long. This is gonna be such a difficult choice. Like, we're off to like such a rough start. Like, why am I doing this? Like, just tell me the book to read, please. A Good Animal, Famous Last Words, and Best Offer Wins. So obviously the genres are kind of a little broad, so I think this might be a little easy. So these 3 are thrillers, and then the other 2 are like contemporary fiction. How do I choose this, guy? So difficult. I'm actually the most indecisive person ever. I don't know why I would film this video. I think I'm actually gonna go with Famous Last Words, which is honestly a little shocking, I feel like, because I have some really good reads on here, but I don't know why. I've been really wanting to pick this up recently, and so I think I'm going to. I don't have very many thrillers on my TBR, so I know I want one thriller at least, just to like break up the other genres, so I feel like this will be a good choice for this one. Okay, now prompt 2. Under 300 pages. I don't even know how many books I actually have on my physical TBR that are under 300 pages. Okay, I think that I took all of the ones down from my physical TBR that are under 300 pages. This one, it's literally like 299 or something like that, so it's like just there. Again, we're getting like some repeats already, but I think that this is a really like obvious choice for me, but I am still gonna show you all the books. We have, again, A Good Animal, Call It What You Want, 9 Stories, and finally Tapestry of Fortunes. And I don't know why, but I've been really gravitating towards this book recently, and so I think I'm gonna read it. I don't know much about this other than it sort of follows just like female friendship, and it's like some sort of like contemporary fiction, I'm pretty sure, and it's 219 pages, so obviously it fit this prompt very well, and something about it is really giving me like the March vibe. So it's just gonna be like a quick and easy, I think really fun read because I don't know what I'm going into. I've never heard anyone talk about this book, so I think we're going with Tapestry of Fortunes. And our third prompt is a romance. So as you guys know, I haven't really been craving romance books recently, but I think it's kind of like inevitable that I read a romance book this month. So we actually have a bigger stack than the other prompts for this one. So we have A Second Chance Cinema, Call It What You Want, Pride and Prejudice, which would be my first classic, and I'm really intimidated by this book, so I don't think we're gonna pick this one. Nothing Like the Movies, The Flat Share, Bride, and Meet Me at the Lake. Honestly, I think I'm really in between these 2. I think that I'm sort of starting to get into like the summer mindset a little bit, and I really love reading books that are in like the summer setting, and I think I'm leaning more towards this one just for that reason. I think also because I want to binge all of her other books this year, like before her new one comes out. I think we're going with this one. I think it's time to break out the summer romance books, so we're going with Meet Me at the Lake. All right, so prompt number 4 is a debut novel. All right, this is something that I might actually need to look up because I think I know for sure that this one is, but I actually need to look this up because I'm not too sure and I don't know which other ones are, so I will be back. I need to look this up because I'm actually not sure about this. Okay, I got through like half of this and we're just gonna go with A Good Animal because honestly I've been thinking about reading it lately. It was my February book of the month book and I haven't read it yet, so we're just gonna put this on the March TBR because I mean it's come up so many times. Let's just read it, and I don't feel like going through my entire TBR to figure out which authors are debut or not. So we're going with A Good Animal for our 4th pick. And now our second to last, our 5th pick is a 5-star prediction. I think honestly for me to predict that a book will be 5 stars is very rare. I feel like I don't know, I'm not too hopeful when it comes to some books because I don't want to get my hopes up, so I don't normally predict that they'll be 5 stars. So there's actually only like a couple on here that I can think of. Actually wait, that turned into like 5. So we have The Names, Firefly Lane, The Favorites, The Wedding People, and Broken Country. And again, this is such a tough decision because these are all such good books and I feel like I would find myself in the mood for all of them if I'm being honest. This is such a difficult decision. How could I ever decide between these books? Like I feel like these 5 in particular are the hardest books to ever choose from. Like I have to pick one of these. What are you talking about? Okay, let me look at the rest of my stack. So I'm already kind of reading, like I have 1 thriller, 1 romance, and then 2 like contemporary fictions a little bit. This one does have romance in it though. I know that. So we already have a book kind of on like female friendship. So I think I'm gonna put this one back. You guys, literally how do I decide between these 3 books right now? How? Like let me just add all of them to my TBR, but I can't do that. You guys, okay, I think I might save this one for more like summertime. I think that it's giving more of a summertime sort of book just based on the cover. I don't know when this actually takes place. Then I think this one might be good because of the fact that the Olympics are going on right now and I think that this follows 2 Olympians, so that could be good. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm leaning more towards this one though. I've been wanting to read this for so long and I don't necessarily know too much about it, and I think that's honestly what's pulling me more towards it. And it's not very long. It's like just over 300 pages too, so I don't know, you guys. This is so difficult. I literally need someone here telling me exactly what to read because I also don't know what I'll be in the mood for in like a week from now. So we're going with this one. This is always the saddest part about these videos, is when you get to the final prompt to choose, because oh, I can't believe like this is the last one. All right, my 6th and final pick is Out of My Comfort Zone. Literally pulling this prompt is out of my comfort zone. Like, can I respin? No, I can't. There's actually quite a few books on here that are out of my comfort zone, so it's kind of like a good one because like I think I'll be able to get one of those off my physical TBR. So we have actually a lot in this category actually. Like I didn't realize how many books are out of my comfort zone. It's because a lot of them were gifted to me actually. So first we have A Time for Mercy, and this I think I'm gonna really like I'm actually predicting that I'm really going to enjoy this. Again, we have Pride and Prejudice. Probably won't get to that for a very long time. And then we have Sophie's Choice, and I don't know, I want to read this. It's just like I'm so intimidated by it because of the fact that it's like a modern classic, and I don't know. I'm not too into historical fictions enough to be like, oh yeah, let me pick up this one. And then we have Dark Matter. Actually, this is a high contender as well. And then we have 9 Stories, which I don't know, it's just a bunch of like short stories, and I don't know, I'm not really in the mood for that right now. And then we have another historical fiction, The Only Woman in the Room, and I think this one is a fantasy. We have The Women Could Fly, and I think that I don't know if this is actually fantasy, but I know that it follows witches, I'm pretty sure. Hardware, my goodness. And then lastly we have this tank of a book, but again it's like a bunch of stories in one book. It's called The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I'm not too into like science fiction, so that's why I'm not really wanting to pick this one up. So I'm very much in between these 2, but I feel like this one is still kind of in my comfort zone, even though it's not like anything I've read before. It's still like general fiction. Like it's a genre that I'm very comfortable with and a genre that I would normally pick up. So I think we're going to with Dark Matter, and I am not a science girly. I don't like science, period, but I also have never read like a science fiction book. I think the most science fiction that I've gotten into is like Stranger Things. So I think that this is like the perfect out of your comfort zone book, so we're going with this one. So with that being said, we have our March TBR here. I'm looking at this stack and I'm liking this. I think that we have such a broad TBR, and I think that these are books that I'm going to be very very excited to pick up. I don't think I'm ever going to be like, dang, like why did I pick this for my March TBR? I think that, I don't know, there's a high chance of us actually completing this. So just as a little recap, we have Famous Last Words for a 3-word title. We have Tapestry of Fortunes for a book under 300 pages. Meet Me at the Lake for a romance pick. A Good Animal for a, what was this for? A Good Animal for a debut novel. Broken Country for a 5-star prediction. And lastly, Dark Matter for a book out of my comfort zone. So like I said, we have such a great stack this month and it makes me just so excited to read. I am so excited to read these books. And you could look forward to seeing all of these, well, most of these books in reading vlogs, if not all of them. I'm gonna try really hard to get through as many of these as physically possible this month. I will tell you that one of the other books that I will be reading that will be probably next week's video is Just Friends by Haley Pham. It's the March new release that I'm just so excited for, so that one will definitely be read as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that this can become a monthly hangout session between us where we just have fun, sometimes spinning a wheel, sometimes doing other random things that will pick my TBR. Which, by the way, if you guys have any ideas as to what you want to pick my TBR, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys so soon. Bye guys.